Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do black, white, and a black to white gradient. First, you're going to want to select the area you're going to be working on. I'm working on the hair, so I have that selected. I like to use the polygonal lasso to select. Now, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Unclick, damn it. There we go. Okay, make a new layer and fill that with black, white, or gray. Set the blend mode to color. Double click a layer, you can always set it to color here as well, but color overlay, I'm going to start with white. So we're going to do white, and sometimes you can get away with using soft light and overlay, but for this one the hair's a bit too dark, so we're going to use linear light, and it turns it pure white from the beginning, but we're just going to lower the opacity about 50%. And while it's still selected, or if you deselect it by accident, reselect, I'm going to go back to your base image and go to Image, Adjustments, Levels. Now the one to your left is going to be the shadows, the middle one is the midtones, and the right one is the highlights. So we're just going to slide these around a little bit until you get enough texture left and a texture that you're happy with. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So that is how you do white. Now next is how to do black. So I'm just going to delete that layer. Actually, I'm going to need that. Oops. Okay, I'm just going to make the layer invisible. Now, new layer. Fill it with black, white, or gray. Change the blend mode to color. Go to color overlay. Choose the color black. And if you're using, all zeros, hex code black, you can leave it on normal and then lower the opacity until you're happy. I have already leveled the the base layer, so I don't need to do that again. You can see it looks pretty decent right away. Or if you're using a darker color or a gray, you can use multiply or linear burn. Linear burn really clings to the shadows, so in case that's the look you're going for. Alright, now if you want to do a black to white, I'm just going to have one layer at the black I want, one layer at the white I want. Make that one visible. Now I'm going to make that one invisible. Select, deselect finally, and I'm going to go over into Enter Quick Mask mode. Now I'm going to use a large zero hardness brush. This is 500 pixels. And just color the bottom of her hair. This is select. Now I'm just going to go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and blur that a bit so it's a little more gradiented. And then I'm going to delete that selection from one layer. So I deleted that selection from the black layer. Now I'm going to go to the white layer, select inverse, and delete the inverse selection from the white layer. And that does leave a little bit of color in between, which you just want to go in and let me see. Gonna want to go in under both layers, make a new layer, set it to color, and just desaturate it. Yeah, I'm not being super careful, but I just want to show you how you can do this with any light color, any dark color. So one other way to do a black to white gradient is to first make the hair white or whatever you're working with white. I'm working with hair in this picture, of course. Duplicate the layer that you did those effects to. Double click it. Get rid of the color overlay and move the fill opacity to 0. Now we're going to go to gradient overlay and just black to white. Set that on multiply so that the white disappears. Then move this up and down. Make the scale a little bit smaller for a little more direct. You can change the angle a little bit. And then just lower the opacity until you're happy. That's another way to do it if you're more inclined to use the gradient tool.